All right, looks like we have got the problem fixed. Qualifying already underway. We're going to jump out there on track with the 98 of Thomas Light. Looks like Thomas is actually just kind of hanging out there on the end of pit road. Look to see if anybody else is beginning their up to speed laps. Looks like the 92 of Christopher Meadows is beginning his laps coming around off of pit road right now. As it sits, the 99 of Eric Blunt up there on pole position, about halfway through qualifying here tonight for the Yellow Brick Road 180 here at Kansas Speedway, race number 8 for the 946 Designs Open Cup Series, presented to you by Next Gen Racing Leagues on iRacing.com. If you haven't already heard or seen, just wait till you see what these drivers got in store for you tonight. Always fast-paced action by these drivers. Week in and week out, each race has seen a different race winner. So will we have another repeat of a first-time winner? We're going to have to wait and see. 6 different winners this season so far. I know I said it's race number 8. Darlington, the very first race on the season schedule, was just a warm-up, a fun race. No points involved in that, so only keeping score of the past 7 races. As Christopher Matthews slotted in 10th on his first lap. Where will he come across for his second? Can he improve his position? Only up to 8th. He's going to be starting about mid-pack or so, as there's about 21 drivers out there tonight. Corey Walters in the 14 coming across the line this time for his first time lap here tonight. Or actually, that was taking the green for his fast lap. So Corey's going to try to lay it down as fast as he can. Get the momentum built up. Stay kind of high. Arc down through the center of the corners, down to that white line, up off the corner on exit. And then watch what he does lap 2. The line will change this lap. He will hug that white line a little bit more on entry. There you see him entering a lot lower, staying hooked right to that white line down there. Got to be careful of the apron though. Lava. Absolute lava. Don't touch it. It'll kill you. Eric Blunt's provisional pole position is holding serve as of now, with less than a minute and a half left here in qualifying tonight. Corey only able to slot up into 10th position. Looks like the 80 of Brian Littleton is also out there on track, coming around, I believe, to get his first time lap. Will he be able to do anything with that fast 99 of Eric Blunt up there on the pole right now with a 29.931? Eric hasn't been able to get a pole position yet this season. Will this be the race that he accomplishes that? Littleton coming to the line. 1 minute left here in qualifying. Only up to 9th for Brian Littleton, so not the night that he was wanting to begin with. It's the 57 of Damon Cox just now rolling off of pit road. Will the Unicorn have anything magical to pull out of the hat tonight? We'll have to see. Not sure if he's going to be able to actually get 2 laps in, or even one timed lap. There's only about 31 seconds left, and it's going to take him about that much longer. He's not going to be able to put down a timed lap here before time runs out. So it looks like that 99 of Eric Blunt, his time will hold serve here tonight for the Yellow Brick Road 180. 120 laps around this. It's an amazing track. Love racing here each time I get to jump in the car and just absolutely phenomenal. There you see it. Qualifying has ended. Eric Blunt able to steal that pole position away. These drivers now getting set, strapped into their cars, down onto pit road. And we'll just have to get ready for some great action. All right, as most of the cars start to take to the grid, we're going to go ahead and run through tonight's starting order. Row number 1, pole position, the 99 of Eric Blunt. Second position, outside row number 1, the 22 of Cody Terry. Row number 2, the 079 of Jeffrey Hollingsworth, followed by the 40 of Charles Woods. Row number 3, the 4 of Matthew McMeekin, and the 072 of Jeffrey Vandervoort. Row number 4, the 98 of Thomas Light, and the 20 of Ron Holyfield. Row number 5, the 80 of Brian Littleton, and rounding out your top 10, the 08 of David Smith Jr. Starting in the 11th position, the 92 of Christopher Matthews, followed by the 01 of Gordon Larson Jr. Row number 7, the 19 of Rick Reinert, and the 14 of Corey Walters. Row number 8, the 28 of Kendall Levron, followed by the 33 of Brian Mescal Jr. Row number 9, the 43 of Craig Lerman, and the 113 of Casey Flegel. Row number 10, the 00 of Roy Hyde, followed by the 9 of Travis Smith. Row number 11, the 05 of Brian Britton, the 57 of Damon Cox. Row number 12, the 96 of Alan Westman, 83 of Tyler Ashley. There you seen it. That is it. That is your field for tonight. Eric Blunt doing a heck of a job getting the pole position. These drivers are going to go green very soon, so we're going to have to, unfortunately, miss out on an interview with your pole sitter, Eric Blunt. We will get back to him as soon as possible, hopefully under good circumstances. Nonetheless, 120 laps here tonight, getting ready to go. Green flag racing for the Yellow Brick Road 180. The 22 of Cody Terry pulling up to the side of Eric Blunt now as we work our way through 3 and 4 for the first time. Pace car ducks off, coming to the line this time. When will the flagman wave the flag? These drivers waiting in the restart zone. Green flag is out, and we are racing here at Kansas Speedway for the Yellow Brick Road 180. Eric Blunt gets a great start. Cody Terry struggling on the outside, side by side for second place. Still falling back now side by side with the 4 is the 22 of Cody Terry, as Eric Blunt has a mirror full of the 079 of Jeffrey Hollingsworth. 3 cars, almost 3 wide. Eric Blunt out front in clean air. Matthew McMeekin now to the bottom, taking second away from Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth falling back now, victim to the 98 of Thomas Light. Digging on the bottom, the 08 of David Smith Jr. also making his way to the front now, side by side with the 079. The 80 of Brian Littleton with a big move to the inside. Side by side with Cody Terry. Most of the field is still side by side. Top 10 or 12 all right here within a second of each other, all the way back to 15th. 3 wide back there. Kendall Levron sticking it in the middle, going 3 wide, passing 2 cars at once on the entry to turn 1. Battle for the race lead. Thomas Light wants it. Can he have it? Will he get it? Falling back now, coming to take lap number 4. David Smith Jr. looking to the inside on the apron. Slots in right behind. Makes a move to the bottom. 99 of Eric Blunt crosses that off, doesn't allow it to happen, slides up in front of the 98 of Thomas Light. Kendall Levron is on a move, 3 wide, the 80s in the middle. The 08 of David Smith Jr. still digging on the bottom, now pulling side by side with the 4 of Matthew McMeekin off of turn number 4. Back to the line, lap number 5. Everyone has been led by Eric Blunt until now. New race leader Thomas Light digging on the inside, makes the pass through turns number 1 and 2. Ooh, big wiggle from that 08 of David Smith Jr. almost into the side of Eric Blunt up there running the high line. Just off in the distance of your screen, you've seen the 80 of Brian Littleton up there right next to the wall. And look at Travis Smith. I believe that is Travis Smith. I'm going to have to take a look back through here, try to find the name. That Napa car has been on a move. Kendall Levron, big move to the inside. Thomas Light now having to deal with possible slide jobs by the 99. They pull even side by side to the line. Lap goes to Blunt. Back down into turn number 1. These drivers still side by side. Lead has not been decided just yet. Momentum now for that outside lane. Matthew McMeekin just behind Thomas Light. Brian Littleton in that 80 in tow. Top 12 still. Oh, big blink there for a moment from the 80. He's blinking around a little bit right now. This driver's going to have to deal with that rather quickly. That could spell disaster if it happens at the wrong time. Thomas Light has begun to gap the field just a little bit. Now they're coming back with a great run on the outside lane by that 4 of Matthew McMeekin all the way to the bumper of the 98. Will we have another lead change here tonight? 3 wide back in the field for 5th through about 10th. We're going to focus in here just for a second. Looks like Matthew McMeekin looking to the bottom on the inside of your race leader. And somebody has blinked out, so we're going to go back up here to the front of the field. McMeekin still digging down there on the bottom, not ready to give up just yet. That high side tends to be the place to be later on in the race. We'll have to see how long Matthew can stay down there and keep his momentum up without the race car getting tight. There you see him slotting right in behind. Big moves from some drivers right behind these guys. David Smith Jr. now giving position to the 079 of Jeffrey Hollinsworth. Thomas Light now starting to walk away just a little bit. Front 3, small gaps. Caution is out. Maybe looks like a lot of drivers slowing down here. We'll have to wait. Oh, I believe we have found a driver that may have been involved in that. I have to try to see if this will do the job for us here. Nah, it's not showing it. Well, something I haven't done in a while, and that is try to catch your caution for you and fail. So, is what it is. First time to pit road, first caution for the night. I believe everybody will snake and make their way down on pit lane, being led by the 98 of Thomas Light. We're going to wait here, let Eric get in and off of pit road, and we'll try to get in a quick word with your pole sitter for this evening's race. That 99 of Eric Blunt. There you see him into his box. Looks like everybody getting to their box cleanly. Roy Hyde already going through. I believe Roy may have missed his box there. Thomas Light down and away. Matthew McMeekin down and away. Eric Blunt gonna drive off where he came in, showing Christopher Matthews and Roy Hyde in first and second. But they have yet to make a pit stop. Roy Hyde, you've seen him on pit road, but he did not come down for tires. So now that these drivers have come on and off pit road, let's see if we can't grab a quick word with your pole sitter for tonight's race. Finds himself sitting in third at the moment, Eric Blunt. Let's see if we can't get a hold of him. Eric, it's Dave, you got us?
That's a copy, bud.
Hey, bud, sorry I didn't get to you before the race. Great job on the pole. Find yourself sitting in third right now, I believe. Once these other two cars hit pit road, they already have. So, there you know, in third from the pole. How's the car feel already?
It's great, the beginning part of the run, but then I feel like I'm abusing the right front, so I move up. I'm just not as fast as those other guys in the top lane.
Well, with being able to make changes on pit road, this being the Open Cup series here for the 946 Design drivers, does your crew chief have any tricks up his sleeve to try to help the car throughout the night?
Yeah, we made a rebound change. We're going to see what that does.
All right, man. Well, once again, great job on the pole position. Do apologize. Had some technical issues and stuff going on over here in the booth, so worked all that out. Glad I could finally get to you before I let you go and talk to your crew chief again. You want to give any shout-outs, thank yous, anything like that to anybody?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Autism Speaks for running a paint scheme this race. So glad we can give them a good showing.
All right. Well, good luck. Elbows up.
Yeah, thank you, bud.
That was the 99 of Eric Blunt, driver of, well, I already said the 99. Struggling all over the board here tonight. Is what it is. Eric sitting strong in the points right now, sitting in the fourth position in the point standings this year, as has not been able to visit victory lane as of now. Will tonight be the night? We'll have to let another 116 laps go by before we find out. But something I do know, pace car lights are out, which means we're going green flag racing. Thomas Light on and off of pit road first. He maintains the lead. He will have control of this restart when they come off of turn number 4. Pace car will begin to duck off any moment here. Whew. Green flag is out. Thomas Light nails the loud pedal, gets a great jump over the 4 of Matthew McMeekin. Now dealing with the 99 of Eric Blunt and the 08 of David Smith Jr. side by side into turn 1. Advantage to the 99. He pulls through to second. Battle on track now for third between the 4 of McMeekin and David Smith Jr. Jeff Hollingsworth right there lurking in the background, rounding out your top 5. Kendall Lebron right there as well in the 28. Thomas Light going high. 3 wide for first place as we cross the line. David Smith Jr. digging on that bottom. He wants to lead a lap. Can he keep the momentum going off of turn 2 side by side once again with the 98? Kendall Lebron all the way up now, battling for the 3rd position. Pulling close to the quarter panel of the 98 of Thomas Light. Looking 3 wide, thinks better of it. Back down beneath David Smith Jr., who's led a lap now. trying to lead the second for the evening. Goes up just a little bit in the corner. Close quarters racing off of turn 2. Top 10 still side by side. Still digging on that bottom lane is that 08 of David Smith Jr. Still side by side. These drivers have not sorted it out yet. 6 laps into this green flag run, and we are still side by side. A little bit of fast cleanup here. 24 drivers took the grid. Oh, 3 wide for second place. Levron to the apron. Smith in the middle. Hollins. No, that's Alan Westman. Jeffrey Vandervoort, I do apologize. 3 wide. Thomas Light somehow came through all of that 3 wide action to make it back to the race lead. Gonna cross the stripe to lead his 13th lap of this evening's race. Battle raging on for third. Holyfield, Westman. See, sometimes you have to read stuff, and sometimes I forget how to read, so things get mixed up and stuff, you know? Anyways, battle still going on between Thomas Light, Jeff Hollingsworth, Kendall Levron, David Smith Jr., those 4 drivers still battling it out. Eric Blunt falling back just a little bit into the 5th position has his hands full with the 4 of Matthew McMeekin. Alan Westman also right there. Jeffrey Vandervoort, Ron Holyfield, Craig Learman rounding out your top 10. The entire field all the way back to 14th position, still within 1 second of your race leader. That time by the line, it was the 079 of Jeffrey Hollingsworth. And sorry if it's not Jeffrey, it just seems to roll off the tongue better saying Jeffrey than Jeff. Whatever. Anyways. God. Struggle bus. Struggle bus. Hollingsworth able to now take the lead pretty much in hand, starting to gap the 98 of Thomas Light just a little bit. Kendall Levron in the Breast Cancer Awareness Month 28 machine, still riding in 3rd place. David Smith Jr. right behind him. We're going to go back through the field just a little bit as you see this huge gaggle of cars. Just drivers everywhere. Alan Westman right there. Ron Holyfield. Just drivers everywhere. And I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take the opportunity to go ahead and give one of my favorite shots. So I'm going to shut up and let you hear it. And caution has come out. Caution is out. Looks like Christopher Matthews may have been involved in that. Ooh. Tough break for a lot of drivers out there on track. Rick Reiner looks like he's been caught up. Brian Maskell Jr. caught up as well. We'll rewind this, take a look, see what happens here. Oh, looks like Roy Hyde was involved in that as well. Take another look back here. Next Gen Racing Productions replay. Roy into the wall a little bit, then the 92 had nowhere to go, sends him spinning. Travis Smith caught up. Brian Maskell Jr. caught up. Brian Britt looks like he may have been caught up as well. Yes, he was. And let's just see what Brian Maskell Jr.'s seen right there coming to this wreck. If I could get the onboard shot, there you see it. Let's take a look and see what happened here. can't see much of anything here. And that was Cody Terry hitting the wall that time, while everything else happened behind him. And there was stuff going on everywhere. A couple of drivers involved in a few different incidents. So we'll now jump back on board with your race leaders on pit road. Race off of pit road. Great job by a lot of guys there. And it looks like Chris Matthews has stayed out on track. Alan Westman also went down pit lane, but did not stop. Jeff Hollingsworth was the one who came on pit road first. Off of pit road first. Being shown in the third position as of now, but I believe this 92 and 96 will be hitting pit road. And man, just when I was going to bring you some good, loud action, caution comes out. Second caution here tonight for the 946 Designs Open Cup Series, presented to you by Next Gen Racing Leagues on iRacing.com, the world's #1 racing simulator. And a lot of laps still left to be ran, about 94 laps here to go. And this track has already bit quite a few of the bigger names here in the Open Cup Series. Looks as if Brian Britt on pit road for an extended stay. Roy Hyde still on pit road as well. Travis Smith, Rick Reinert, all extensive, heavy damage. Brian Mescal Jr. bringing his 33 machine back down pit road this time. Few drivers already being scored multiple laps down. Roy Hyde being scored as the first car 1 lap down. 20 drivers still on your lead lap. So tough break for a few of the drivers here tonight. Roy Hyde leading the point standings, has visited victory lane. However, there is not a chase here in the Open Cup Series. So every race matters. Every point matters. So Roy gonna have to dig himself out of a hole or give up some big points to the fore of Matthew McMeekin as well as Brian Mescal Jr. Fortunately for Roy, though, Mescal also caught up in that latest accident. Pace car lights are off as we will go back green flag racing here on lap 29 for the Yellow Brick Road 180 at Kansas Speedway. Pace car is off. Hollingsworth hits the gas. Great jump over that 98 of Thomas Light. Kendall Levron slots in third. Fairly easy. Your top 3 off to a good jump on the rest of the field. Looks like Matthew McMeekin from on back is where it is going to be decided. 3 wide. Eric Blunt finds himself in the middle. The 20 of Ron Holyfield on the bottom. McMeekin gives way. Gives the position to 43 of Craig Learman. Now looks to the inside. 3 wide once again. Cody Terry on the bottom. Still 3 wide. Holyfield finds himself in the middle this time. Goodness, there is crazy action going on out there early on this latest green flag run. And I mean, this is all the way back for about 5th through 10th. This battle you see raging on. Thomas Light, still your race leader right there. There you see him up front. Man, great action so far here tonight. We're going to try to revisit it. So here you go. Plug your ears if you don't like loud noise. Great shots and camera work by all the guys here at Next Gen Racing Productions. Thank you for those great cameras bringing you some awesome and amazing action here for the Yellow Brick Road 180. Brought to you by 946 Designs. Go check them out. Like them on Facebook. They are beasts with the brush. A lot of the cars out there on track have been painted by those two owners. Travis Smith, who's in the field tonight in the 46th of Justin Walters. I believe Justin is not at the track here tonight with us. These drivers are still putting on one hell of a show. Kendall Lebron trying to take the lead away. He cannot do it. Thomas Light comes back up the track, back to the line, lap number 35. Thomas Light still being scored your race leader. All the way back to 12th position is within 1 second of your leader. Nobody able to get away just yet. Still side by side for the race lead. Lebron and Light through 1 and 2. Back down the backstretch. Still side by side. Big moment for the 08 of David Smith Jr. and Eric Blunt, almost into each other, almost into the wall. Blunt having to make evasive maneuvers. Now that high line is beginning to work itself in. Kendall Lebron to the point, but Hollingsworth says, no sir. He goes to the inside. Can he carry enough speed off the corner to slot up right in front of Lebron? He does. Slide job, check. Things beginning to calm down just a little bit throughout the field. This still is the battle for the race lead, one of the closest battles on track. Lebron looked to dive to the inside, gave up a lot of momentum to the 98 of Thomas Light, who now looks to the bottom. He's going to pull the slide job. He clears easily off of 4. Your race leader, Jeff Hollingsworth, has been able to step it out to almost a 3/10 to 4/10 second of a lead. This battle right here between second, third, fourth. Number 4th in that Napa Auto Parts Chevy Z01 Camaro, trying to get up on the rear deck lid of that Ford Mustang of Kendall Lebron. We got Toyota, Chevy, Ford, then a bunch of Chevys. Not too many drivers out there in Fords or Fords or Mustangs. Ford Toyotas. Only about 8 of our 24 are non-Chevy drivers. Will we see manufacturers begin to team up on some of the other manufacturers out there? We'll have to wait and see. As this 3-car battle for second place has not stopped. Looking back through the field just a little bit now. Look at this battle growing between the 14 of Corey Walters and the 80 of Brian Littleton. Craig Lehrman in the 43 just behind them. David Smith Jr. trying to keep that 6th position away from Walters, but he is gaining a lot of ground on corner exit. Lehrman to the grass. Right there, left side's almost cutting the grass. He's got his rear view mirror full of that 22 of Cody Terry. Those two drivers beginning to battle. Trying to look through the field, see what else I see going on. This right here is one of your closest battles on track. That battle for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th has not been sorted out just yet. There you see him just up in front. And while all of this is taking place, Jeff Hollingsworth looking out at a clear track, looking in the rear view mirror with pretty much a clear track, a little over a half a second lead over the 98 of Thomas Light, who we're watching now battling with these other 3 cars. Kendall Lebron, Jeffrey Vandervoort, Ron Holyfield, all right there. Your top 5, trying to sort out who's going to run from 2nd back to 5th. Lebron with a little bit of wiggle off of turn number 2 that time. Brian Littleton looks like he was able to come up and come around that 43 of Craig Lehrman and the 14 of Corey Walters. Now trying to work over the 08 of David Smith Jr. for 2nd place. For 6th place, I apologize. We're watching the 2nd and 3rd, 4th, 5th place drivers on track. That's kind of why my brain got kind of went stupid. Stupid is, stupid does. I do a lot of stupid stuff. Just saying. Thomas Light in 2nd place, now beginning to step away from these 2 cars, still battling over the 3rd position. Kendall Lebron has it. Jeffrey Vandervoort wants it. Ron Holyfield says, if either one of y'all... Oh! Holyfield with a big slide. He comes back around into the wall. Everybody misses it. I don't know how everybody missed it. We'll look at this one more time. You see him getting just a little bit loose. He's trying to save the car, and it whips back. Oh, Brian Littleton was caught up in that as well. We'll take a look back at Littleton, see if everybody missed him. Let's see what happened here. Oh, he clips Lehrman, and then he goes around. The 98 hits him. Westman right there. Oh, my. Wow. There's a ton going on at this moment right here. They're into each other. The 20's around. The 80 goes around. Westman almost kills it on the inside wall. One more time from the 80's cockpit here. See just a little bit of a rub. Oh, that sends Lehrman up, and then he goes around. Almost into the wall. Able to spin it. Oh, no contact. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Crazy, crazy, crazy. 2 different incidents, one at the same time. Out on track, the 20 trying to save it. As you see your race leaders coming down pit road one more time. Caution number 3 here tonight. Few cars electing to take a wave around there. You've seen Roy Hyde going around the field. Man. Ron Holyfield was getting a little bit loose there. Behind that, the 80 and the 43 tangle up with each other a little bit. Then carnage ensues. Everybody pretty much able to make it through. The last few cars are coming off of pit road. We'll rejoin your race leader, Jeff Hollingsworth, in that 079 Coast Guard Toyota Camry. And man, I tell you what, been some crazy action already out there tonight. But I mean, drivers getting it done. This time by will begin lap number 49 out of 120 here tonight at Kansas Speedway for the Yellow Brick Road 180, brought to you by 946 Designs Open Cup Series, presented to you by Next Gen Racing on iRacing.com. World's #1 racing simulator. If you want to race it and it's got wheels, I promise you they got it. Every track and car completely laser scanned for accurate pinpoint precision. And it's the best way to wreck $1 million without spending $1 million. I'll tell you that. I've wadded up many cars over many different nights. Some drivers, unfortunately, have done the same thing that I have and wadded it up just a little bit. We're going to take this time to do a little bit of house cleaning. 24 drivers took to the grid. We still have 20 drivers on the lead lap. 3 drivers have packed it up and hit the road, went to the house. That is the 113 of Casey Flegel, the 83 of Tyler Ashley, and the 05 of Brian Britt. Only car any laps down is the 92 of Christopher Matthew. He finds himself 3 laps down. So that leaves us with our top 20 on the lead lap. Brian Mescal Jr. tail end of the field right now. Looks like Roy Hyde has hit pit road again. Travis Smith hitting pit road again. Brian Littleton on to pit road one more time. So that must mean pace car lights are out. We will get back green flag racing this time by to take lap 51 out of 120 here tonight for the 946 Designs Open Cup Series here on Next Gen Racing Productions, broadcast to you across Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. As always, do want to thank every driver, fan, friend comes out and joins us here on Next Gen Racing Productions. Hope you enjoy it. If you haven't already, hit the thumbs up. Go over there, click the subscribe, smash the bell on the right. Get this thing started every time we go live. Waiting for your leader to go, and he takes off. Good jump over that 98 of Thomas Light, who finds himself slotting into the second position fairly easily. Battle for third right now between Jeffrey Vandervoort and the 28 of Kendall Levron. That is a battle that was raging on earlier. Now it has been revitalized. Battle for the lead. Thomas Light goes to the inside. Big block. Big block by the 28. It does not work. Vandervoort will take the position. Now Kendall has his hands full of David Smith Jr. down there on the inside in that 08. Battle for second now. Vandervoort on the inside of Hollingsworth. Down through turns 1 through the center off of 2. Great run by Vandervoort, as he is right on that rear bumper of Thomas Light down into turn number 3. The entire front 10 all over each other on this restart. Couple of drivers peeking 3 wide and then ducking back in line. A lot of cars up there running the high line right now, back down into turn 3 and 4. Your race leader, Thomas Light, coming up the track just a little bit. That 08 having none of it goes back down to the bottom lane. He has Cody Terry right behind him. That 22 has been fast all evening long. Right now, there is only one driver about the top 6 or 7, I believe, that has been to victory lane. 2 out of the top 8. Thomas Light, Kendall Levron, both have been to victory lane. Nobody else in the top 8. So 6 new potential race winners running inside of that top 8 right now. Thomas Light still your race leader, leading the field off of turn number 2. Still battling with the 22 of Cody Terry, who now is working the outside lane with help from the 4 of Matthew McMeekin. Out on the outside, Jeffrey Vandervoort trying to get the pass made on the 079, while Thomas Light is still leading your field. To the inside, this time into turn number 3. Will he have the momentum? Hollingsworth up the track, trying the slide job. Oh! Big crossover, late, big move by the 98 back to the line. Hollingsworth will be credited with the race lead that time by. But he has his hands full with the 98 down there on the bottom of the track. He's going to pull the slide job, return the favor, back down the back stretch. Here we go. 79, back to the bottom one more time. Doesn't look like he's going to have the room. Close quarters racing off of turn number 4 between your race leaders. And Thomas Light on the outside, I do believe, got the edge that time by. Yes, with a push from the 072 of Jeffrey Vandervoort. Slides back into the 3rd position now. Oh, contact! Oh! Caution is out. We had a chance to see that. We'll back that up one more time for you. Contact made, more contact made. Cody Terry, more contact made. Between all of those drivers, we'll back it up a little bit more one more time here. Get one more look at it. I tell you what, we'll go in from our gyro cam this time. Being brought to you by Wicked Streams. Check this out. This is on board with the 22 of Cody Terry. Didn't look like much, but I promise you, it's a lot more than you want it to be. Cody Terry be able to get the car back pointed in the right direction. And now we will rejoin our race leader, Thomas Light, who has led 28 out of the 59 laps. We will cross the line coming off of, or coming down pit road, I should say, to take lap number 60 here tonight for the Yellow Brick Road 180 working caution number 4 here tonight at Kansas Speedway. And if the next half of the race is anything like the first half of the race, whew, we gonna have some crazy action. Thomas Light down and away. Kendall Levron down and away. David Smith Jr. down and away. Looks like Eric Blunt may have lost a few positions there on this battle. You see him just stopping right there. I believe he was speeding on pit road, waiting for drivers to come off of pit road to make it easier to get his laps back, or go to the end of the field, I should say. There you see the man of the hour, the 98 of Thomas Light. He will be scored as your race leader next time by if the 01 of Gordon Larson Jr. hits pit road. He will. So, yeah. This man right here, Thomas Light. That second position will change over to first when he crosses the line. There you see it. There it is. Back to the race lead once again is the 98 of Thomas Lighton. While we have a moment under caution here, we'll see if we can't get a word in with your race leader. Hey, Thomas, is Dave in the booth. You got your ears on, bud?
Yeah, I got you.
What's happening, Captain?
Got this thing on cruise control right now. Let's just hope it stays this way.
Well, I mean, the race in action's been great from my point of view up here, Thomas. Can you hang on, you think, to hold off the rest of the field? I mean, it's been a slew of other drivers with you. Kendall Levron, Matthew McMeekin, Holyfield. A lot of different drivers have been battling you up there. Do you got it in the tank? Do you got it in the foot to get it done?
Well, we got a pretty good setup, but I think there's a lot of equal cars out here that are on the same footing. So we're just gonna have to see how it shakes out and try to stay safe and finish the race. That's the main thing. So time will tell, but the track is consistently changing. It's getting cooler and cooler, so we got to keep up with that. Just do what we can do.
All right, well, with you visiting Victory Lane once, how important is it to set yourself in a different platform than the other drivers, with being able to claim the only one with 2 wins so far this season?
Yeah, that'd be a pretty sweet deal. To be the first one with 2 wins, and probably more important than that is that we need the points. So we're still trying to dig out of that hole and make a little progress each week, and a win's the best way to do it.
All right, bud, we'll let you go. Before we let you go, though, you want to give any shout-outs to anybody out there watching? Thank yous, love yous, I do's, anything?
Absolutely. Thank you to the Hammer Down Motorsports team and Next Gen. Thank you to my lovely wife for all the support she gives me, and let's make this thing happen. Hope to see you in Victor Circle.
All right, bud, well, elbows up.
10-4.
Your race leader, Thomas Light, trying to stay where he's at, obviously trying to make up as many points as possible, and that would be by winning the race. We're getting ready to go back. Green flag this time by. Field is in the 98 hands. He hits the loud pedal. We're back. Green flag racing. Lap 63 out of 120 here tonight for race number 8, season number 1 for the 946 Designs Open Cup Series side-by-side battle for third position between Matthew McMeekin and Kendall Levron. The 4 goes right to the rear bumper of the 08. And my goodness, where did he come from? The unicorn. Magically delicious. Look at him up there inside the top 10, running in the 6th position. And Brian Littleton, out of nowhere in that 80 machine, has driven his way all the way to the 3rd position after a spin. Able to recover nicely. Now looking to the inside of the 08 of David Smith Jr. He takes that position going into 3rd. Kind of just forces his way in there, does Littleton. Matthew McMeekin now taking that position away from David Smith Jr. And we have got a battle on hand. Brian Littleton trying to take first away. Just behind them, you see Kendall Levron, Charles Woods, Damon the Unicorn Cox, all over each other. That is for 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and Alan Westman right there. Cody Terry right there as well, rounding out your top 10. Brian Littleton falling back through the field just a little bit as David Smith Jr. now has the run on your race leader, Thomas Light. 98 back to the line, still leading the race. Caution is out once again. Looks like Kendall Levron may have been involved in this one. We'll have to back it up and take a look here. Oh, the 22 of Cody Terry, the 14. Kendall Levron also caught up. Oh, and the 9 of Travis Smith clips late. We'll see what happens here. The 22 just came up the track a little bit there. Oh, tough, hard impact. We'll rewind one more time, see if we can't get another angle of it for you. Just up the track a little bit into the 28. And then carnage ensues for that 14 of Corey Walters. Oh, and there you see the late contact for the 9 of Travis Smith. Whew, man, oh man. Then Kendall Levron gets it going, back pointed in the right direction. Tough break for one of your fast cars here tonight on pit road now, as the entire field has made its way back onto pit road. And lucky dog, there you see him. The 92 of Christopher Matthews now being scored. Only one lap down. Matthews was a handful of laps down early in the race. Perseverance and determination has allowed him to make up a lot of ground on the rest of the field. As he's now being shown in the 19th position. The first car one lap down. Your race leader still is this 98 of Thomas Light, looking to lead the most laps for the second week in a row. Thomas led the most laps last week at Talladega, however, was not able to put it in victory lane. Alan Westman in that 96 with help from the 4 of Matthew McMeekin with a fuel strategy call. Kind of went sour for that Ford team, but his partner in that strategy, Westman, was able to pull off last week's win at Talladega. And I don't know, boys. I don't know. Looks like a lot of loose race cars out there. I do know that the car tends to tighten up over a fuel run, so maybe these drivers compensating for that, possibly overcompensating for that. The car just being a little bit looser than their liking. But I want to jinx somebody just because he said every time I talk to him or talk about him, something usually ends up happening. And there's some drivers in another league that seems to be the case as well. So we'll see if it really works. Haven't really talked a lot about him tonight. Did mention his name being caught up in an early wreck, being able to drive back up through the field, and that's the man on screen right here. That 80 of Brian Littleton. There you see him, hood crinkled up just a little bit as we get the 1 to go signal from the flag stand. Pace car lights are off in that Ford Mustang, but will Littleton be able to do anything else? Or is he going to be stuck around that 3rd, 4th position with that front end damage? We'll just have to wait and see how this thing shakes out for the remainder of tonight's race. We are on lap 70 out of 120 here tonight for the Yellow Brick Road 180. Brought to you by 946 Designs Open Cup Series, presented to you by Next Gen Racing Leagues on iRacing.com. Here on Next Gen Racing Productions, Broadcast to you across Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. And we are set to go green flag racing once again. Thomas Light, your race leader. Ford Mustang will duck off right now. When will he go? How about now? He hits the gas. Littleton pulls even with the 4 on the start. Littleton to second. Matthew McMeekin with a rough start out there for this restart. Finds himself falling back pretty far now, all the way to the 5th, almost 6th position, as the 99 of Eric Blunt has a great run on the bottom to pull even with the 4 going into turn number 3. Brian Littleton slotted in that 2nd position, has a bumper full of that 08 of David Smith Jr., who just wants that bottom. He's putting that nose there. Will he get it? Will Littleton try to keep him shoved down with just not enough space to make the pass? It's Thomas Light leading the field. Still Matthew McMeekin stuck out there on that outside lane. Looks like that's a spot in a place that nobody wants to be on these restarts. Charles Woods in the 40 just behind these front 3. Oh, and it looks like David Smith Jr. was able to root the 80 of Brian Littleton out of the way. Side-by-side battle for the 2nd position. Down into turns 1 and 2. The 08 down on the bottom will have the momentum coming off of the corner. Littleton up the track, still away from the wall, but that outside lane now beginning to get a little bit of surge, a little bit of momentum built up as that 99 of Eric Blunt is coming to the rear bumper of the 80. David Smith Jr. on the bumper of the 98. 1st and 2nd pushing each other down towards turn number 1. Light to the bottom. Smith Jr. follows him. Where will David Smith Jr. take the run when he does? Will he look outside? Will he look inside? We've seen him look to the inside multiple times to get by that 80 of Brian Littleton, who is falling through the field now, being stuck up there in that outside lane all by himself. Now side by side with the 98 of Eric Blunt. Oh, almost contact between the 80 and the 99 as McMeekin slid right up in front of that 80 machine. David Smith Jr. now losing a little bit of ground on the 40 of Charles Woods. Woods looks to take that 2nd position away side by side. Battle through 3 and 4. Off of turn 4 at the door is the 40. He has the preferred lane coming around through the tri-oval. David Smith Jr. still in 2nd, but Woods wants it. Down to the bottom of the racetrack, your race leader, Thomas Light, still leading the field by about 2 car lengths. 0.2 of a second would be the gap. Matthew McMeekin now with a great run off of turn number 2. Right on the rear bumper of the 08 of David Smith Jr. Brian Littleton now getting a little bit of help from these drivers. They're beginning to migrate to the top. That's going to leave the 40 of Charles Woods, the lone driver down there on the bottom of the racetrack. He's starting to get a great run. Pulling side by side with the 08 is Charles Woods. Just as it looked like he was losing some ground, he had a great run through the tri-oval and down into turns number 1 and 2 to pull even with that 08. Still hanging tough down there on the inside. McMeekin blocking the move of the 80. Littleton back to the top of the racetrack. Alan Westman all over the rear bumper of the 99 as well, just on the outside of your screen. Westman with the move now to the inside. Damon the Unicorn Cox still slotted in the 8th position. Trying to work his way up through the field. Your top 8 still within 1 second of each other. 18 cars still on the lead lap. Battle for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th still brewing. 7th, 8th, 9th, they've got a little battle of their own as well. Race Cars has a comfortable lead over the driver of the 01 Gordon Larson Jr., who finds himself in the 10th position. The 079 of Jeffrey Hollingsworth, early race leader, finds himself in 11th. 12th is the 28 of Kendall Lebron. We've seen Kendall with a little bit of damage in an earlier incident. Craig Lerman right there as well. Brian Muskell Jr. in the 33. The 00 of Roy Hyde and Travis Smith is in 16th in the 9 machine. We've seen Travis flip Kendall on that one incident that we had. So that seems to be affecting the way that 9 is handling at this juncture in the race. Lap 81 coming to take lap 82. Your race leader, still the 98 of Thomas Light, and still on his bumper, the 08 of David Smith Jr. Has not went away since the drop of the green flag for this last restart. 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, all right there. Alan Westman looking to take a few positions away. He does. He grabs 2 positions off of turn 2. Coming down back into turn number 3, slotted in the 4th position now. The 80 of Brian Littleton swarming on the bumper of David Smith Jr., who is just looking for a way to get around that 98 of Thomas Light. And power move to the outside by the 80 of Littleton. He stuck it into the top side and didn't lift. Around the 08 he went, flirting with disaster. There you see Alan Westman, just like I was alluding to, flirting with disaster. When you run that close to that outside wall, sure, it doesn't hurt that much because your race leader's around. Littleton's involved. The 08 of David Smith Jr., big carnage. The 99 as well. Oh my goodness, the race has just changed. Let's see what happens here. Oh my. Ow. We're going to take a look back here, see if we can't look at this from the gearbox of the race leader at the moment, the 98 of Thomas Light. They're working through 3 and 4 here. Looking back at that 80 machine of Brian Littleton, who has David Smith Jr. all over him. Littleton's going to look to the outside. Just looks like there wasn't any more room, and around goes the 98 of Thomas Light. Ooh, tough break. One more time, different angle. Yeah, and it just looks like they ran out of room there when the tri-oval comes back together. And man, a lot of race cars torn up right there. But your new race leader, the 96 of Alan Westman. Pit stops are underway. Alan Westman led them onto pit road. Heavy damage to the front end of his machine. He's off of pit road. Don't know how his machine is still even running. Will he win the race off of pit road? Looks like he does. But the man with the horseshoe right now, Christopher Matthews, getting his lap back. He's now back up on the lead lap. Brian Littleton in the 80 being scored 1 lap down. David Smith Jr. in the 08 2 laps down. Both involved in our latest race incident. Alan Westman still being scored as your race leader. Whew. There is quite a few of torn up race cars out there. So there you see Lucky Dog of Jeffrey Vandervoort, the 072, going by the pace car that time. Alan Westman coming across the line, your race leader. Heavy damage on the front end of that machine, though. Charles Woods in second, the 20 of Ron Holyfield in third. The fourth position is Gordon Larson Jr. Kendall Levron finds himself rounding out your top 5 here in tonight's Yellow Brick Road 180. And I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, there's been a lot of crazy action out there on track here tonight. And I'm sure we're in store for a little bit more. But as we work these final few laps of caution here, we're going to step away for just a brief moment. We will be right back. Don't go anywhere. And we'll have to cut that short. We're back. Green flag racing. Westman hits the gas. Gets a great jump over the rest of the field. Caught everybody sleeping on this latest restart. And, man, I think we're going to see a battle of attrition here tonight. I think that's what's going to take place. A lot of drivers have damage. There you see the 40. Charles Woods going to the race lead pretty easily. Alan Westman just trying to hold on, has his hands full with the front end damage on that 96 machine. The 40 crosses the line as your race leader. Gordon Larson Jr. slots in second. Alan Westman now to the third position, has his hands full with the 079 of Hollingsworth in Kendall Levron. Craig Lerman right there as well. Brian Skell Jr. back inside the top 10, running in the 8th position. Matthew McMeekin in 9th. Roy Hyde rounding out your top 10. Another lead change here in tonight's race. 21 different leaders here. Well, not 21 different leaders, but 21 different lead changes. 3 wide for a moment through the center of 1 and 2. Westman trying to hold on as much as he can. Now slots in behind that 40 of Charles Woods. Gordon Larson has his hands full now with that 079 of Jeff Hollingsworth. He led a handful of laps earlier in the race, has finally worked his way back up front, back to the race lead. Can he pull the pass off? Looks like he's going to be able to. He stays in the middle of the track. Doesn't go up in front of that 01 of Gordon Larson Jr. Now Ron Holyfield in the 20 wants some. 3 wide, Levron in the middle, Larson on the outside, close. Oh my goodness, that was close to another disastrous moment for a lot of drivers out there on track. Still 3, almost 4 wide now. Learman looking to take it 3 wide. Roy Hyde and Travis Smith right there in the back end of the picture. Still 3 wide for second place. Larson Jr. up there on top. Levron looking to the inside. 3 wide still for second place. Larson Jr. keeping the position for now. Ron Holyfield, new race leader. Larson Jr. pulls the slide job back to the lead. Holyfield looking again to the outside. Gordon Larson Jr. with a great run down into turn number 3. Makes the pass through the center and takes the lead pretty easily, going back down to turn number 1 as we work lap 95 out of 120 here tonight at Kansas Speedway for the Yellow Brick Road 180. Brought to you by 946 Designs Open Cup Series here on Next Gen Racing Productions. And man, every lap has been an absolutely exciting lap. Have had a few cautions out there tonight, but when you get racing action like this, inches away from each other, lap after lap, what do you expect? Things are going to happen. And Alan Westman, I'll tell you what, has impressed me by being able to keep that 96 inside of the top 5 with all the front end damage that he does have. Still able to keep a hold of your race leaders. Charles Woods will be scored as your race leader. Oh, almost a big moment again. That's one of those moments where you think there's all the room, but there's really not. Big moment there between Gordon Larson Jr. and your race leader, Charles Woods. Almost looked like we were going to have a replay of the incident between Thomas Light and Brian Littleton. Close racing action there, going back down into turn number 1. Gordon Larson being shown in the second position. Third goes to Ron Holyfield. Kendall Levron in 4th. Jeff Hollingsworth rounding out your top 5. Alan Westman in 6th. 43 of Craig Learman is in 7th. Brian Muskell Jr. has fell all the way back to 11th. I guess he did not like seeing what he was seeing. Chose to drop back just a little bit. Alan Westman still trying to hang on for dear life. Whew. Charles Woods was able to open the gap to a little bit over a half a second, and that since has been diminishing lap after lap. Gordon Larson Jr. hanging it out right there by that outside wall. Ron Holyfield right behind him. Coming to cross the lines, begin lap number 100 here out of 120. We're going to take the opportunity to do a little bit of house cleaning once again. 24 cars started tonight's race. We still have 19 out running on track. 15 cars still on the lead lap. Christopher Matthews in the 92 being scored as the first car 1 lap down. Top 7 cars are within 1 second of each other. We're watching a battle on screen from second back to about that 6th or 7th position. Looking to the inside just for a moment, peeks out, peeks back in behind that 96 of Alan Westman. Kendall Levron with a big move to the outside. not going to have enough space or time to make the pass. They get ready to go back down into turn 1. Oh, and he scrapes the wall just a little bit on entry there. Did the 28 of Kendall Levron. That's going to slow his momentum up just a little bit. Get some of these other cars wadded up right behind him. Battle still raging on for the second and third position between the 01 and the 20 of Ron Holyfield. Charles Woods, however, likes what he sees. Battle it out, boys. Let me step away from the field. Almost a 0.3 of a second lead once again for your race leader. That 20 of Ron Holyfield has since taken the fast lap here in tonight's race with a 29.532 set on lap number 74. There you see it. You can read it. I'm just kind of doing it for you. Top 3 starting to distance themselves. We're going to join this battle right here. 4-car skirmish. That is for the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th position. Learman, Levron, Westman, and Hollingsworth battling it out. Just behind them in the 8th position, 2.5 seconds back, is the 33 of Brian Musco Jr., followed by the 9 of Travis Smith. 3 wide. Woo, still 3 wide. Crossing the line, 3 distinct lines all the way at the grassman. Oh, and close quarters again. Levron getting mixed up yet again with a little bit of a rub there. Oh my goodness. These drivers not giving an inch. We're going to take a look at this 3-car battle now. And Hollingsworth has a lot of right front damage. There you see tons of rear end damage on that 43 of Craig Learman. That's Alan Westman still holding strong inside of your top 10. 6th position. And I think we're just going to have a matter of time here before there's some contact made. Looks like Hollingsworth may be getting a little bit of frustration pumping through his veins trying to get by that 43 of Learman. Seems to be a little faster. Runs him up the track just a little bit there. Close side by side at the line. Too close to call. We've got a 3-car battle brewing up there for the 2nd position now. Trying to stay and see if Collinsworth can make the pass and keep it. Looks like he's able to off of turn 2. Will Learman look to the inside going into 3? No, he's just going to push the daylights out of that 079 down into turn number 3. Back up here up front with your race leaders. Charles Woods took command of the race 14 laps ago. Hasn't looked back since. Gordon Larson Jr. on screen in the 01, battling it out with the 20 of Ron Holyfield. As we are going to take lap 109 out of 120 here. So closing laps. Oh! Big moment there. I believe that was the 20 of Holyfield through the grass. We'll see what happened really quick here. And we'll rejoin our race leader. Just got loose again. Almost looped it around in front of the field. Stayed in the grass. Kept it going. Good driving, good hands. That's a wheelman for you right there. We know caution has come out. And I believe that may have been for Kendall Levron. Oh yes, Alan Westman and Levron, here it is. I can go back just a few more seconds. We'll take one more look at it from the blimp here. There you see a car through the infield. Levron just comes down a little bit. Oh, almost into the rear of that 57. He was close into, almost right into some other cars. Big moment for Kendall Levron right there, avoiding disastrous. Whew. Man, that could have been very, very bad for a lot of other cars. Back up, live, your race leader, bringing the field down pit road. Charles Woods in the 40, running in the first position. Alan Westman missing the hood on his race machine. That 96 with heavy, heavy damage. All the drivers have hit pit road. And just looking through timing and scoring, Travis Smith's pit crew, well, they're going to get the Iron Man Award. Gordon Larson Jr. wins the race off of pit road. He will line up in the first position when we go back green flag racing. But this guy right here, his pit crew gets the Iron Man Award. Travis Smith's pit crew, the Wicked Energy Chevy ZL1 Camaro, and Travis Blinky Blinkied. Ay, ay, ay. Sometimes, Travis, I gotta come over there and see what's going on with your modem. But anyways, 13 times on and off pit road for this Wicked Energy Chevy ZL1 Camaro crew for the 9 of Travis Smith. Damaged early in the race and has been beating and banging on that machine ever since. Absolutely amazing that he's made that many pit stops and is able to be where he is at. Looks like Christopher Matthews will receive a wave around when we get the 1 to go. Gordon Larson Jr. and that Pepsi Chevy ZL1 Camaro will have command of the start of this race when the Ford Mustang ducks off onto pit road. Next time by, under 10 laps, we will have 7 laps left when we go back to green flag racing. Who wants it? Who's gonna get it? Take a minute. Bring you your top 5, brought to you by Dale Earnhardt Chevrolet and the Haywood Elite Wrestling out in Bethel, North Carolina. Shout out to all the coaches and kids out there at Haywood. Also 828 Wrestling in Hendersonville, North Carolina. Relentless Wrestling in North Hendersonville as well. Rugby Middle School, Bethel Middle School, Northwest East Henderson, Hendersonville Middle. And there's so many wrestling clubs and so many kids to name, I can't do it all. So shout out to all of you getting ready for the season to begin. Look forward to seeing all of y'all out on the map. But nonetheless, the 01 of Gordon Larson Jr. in first. Second goes to the 40 of Charles Woods. The 079 of Jeffrey Hollingsworth in third. 43 of Craig Lerman in fourth. And rounding out your top 5, the 9 of Travis Smith. And man, what's going to happen? What's going to go down? 7 laps to go when we go back green flag racing. And looks like we're going to have a first-time winner here. Nobody inside of the top 6 has won a race so far this season. So we'll have to wait and see just what happens as this field gets ready to go. Green flag, pace car is off, waiting for Larson to hit the gas. He does. Gets a great jump over Woods. The 079 now side by side with Woods as they work their way across the line down to turn number 1. Travis Smith Jr. on the inside of Craig Lerman. Top 5 fairly sorted out. Now a run from the bottom by the 079 of Hollingsworth. Kendall Lebron almost contact with the wall. Side by side now for second and third, fourth and fifth, battling side by side as well. Just behind them is the 20 of Ron Holyfield. Run coming from the 40 of Charles Woods on that high side. He's going to pull even with the bumper of your race leader, Gordon Larson Jr., but Larson's going to have the help from Hollingsworth as they work their way off of 2. Side draft by Woods coming down the back stretch, still side by side for second position. Fourth now being held by Travis Smith as he was able to get by that 20 of Ron Holyfield and Craig Learman right on the rear bumper of Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth right there on the bumper of Larson Jr. 5 laps left to go here for the Yellow Brick Road 180. Kendall Levron, big moments, big wiggle off of 2 back behind your race leaders. Little bit of a wiggle from the 9. And how in the world has Craig Learman, Alan Westman's crew somehow had enough bearer bond to put that thing back together and get him running up there inside of your top 5, side by side with the 9 of Travis Smith. That is for the 5th position. Battle still raging on between Hollingsworth and Woods on the outside. Larson Jr. still your race leader. 3 laps left to go. Racing side by side off of turn 2 is the 40 and the 079. Travis Smith right there lurking. Alan Westman as well. On the Holyfield as well as Craig Learman. All of them looking for a piece of the action. Coming across the line this time by, gonna be close. Larson Jr. scored with it. 2 laps left here at Kansas Speedway. Will we see 3 wide before the end of the race? And this is it. If they make it to the line without a caution, this will be the last lap of the race. White flag is out at the line, side by side for the race lead is the 40 of Woods and Larson Jr. on the inside. Down through turns 1 and 2, still side by side, close coming off of turn number 2. Looks like Woods has the edge. He's going to move down the track into the lead, going into turn 3. I believe that's all she wrote. Alan Westman trying to get the job done on the outside. That battle's going to be for second position. Your race leader, your race winner, Charles Woods at the line, getting the job done. Heavy action, big crash at the end of this thing. Man, heck of a move, heck of a job. Charles Woods comes away as your race winner. Alan Westman being scored in second. Gordon Larson Jr. being scored in third. Fourth position will go to that 079 of Jeff Hollingsworth, while Craig Learman slotted in fifth. Heck of a race finish for the Yellow Brick Road 180 here on Next Gen Racing Productions. And Woods, burn it down for me. All right, well, we're going to step away from the track to try to line up our driver interviews. Heck of a job out there. Heck of a race. My goodness. We will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned for your driver interviews right after this short commercial break. thanks for coming back and staying with us all race long here on Next Gen Racing Productions. Still trying to wait and see if we can get a few of your podium drivers up in the team speak. But for now, we're going to go ahead and jump to your third place finisher here tonight. And that is the double O of Gordon Larson Jr. And Gordon, you got us?
Yeah, I got you.
Whoa, man. Crazy race from up here in the booth. Tell us a little bit about it from your perspective all night long.
Well, actually, the car started to come to us at the end. We brushed the wall a couple times at the start of the race, but they beat the fender out of it. And, we were hoping it was going to stay green because I think I could have eventually run the 40 down on the long run. But that short run at the end, I had to do everything I could to guard the bottom and just burnt the tires off of it.
Well, man, a heck of a job finishing in the third position, rounding out the podium for tonight. Does it give you any bit of momentum or any good feelings heading off into probably, I would say, one of the toughest tracks, at least for me, it is Martinsville Speedway?
Yeah, it gives you a little momentum, but Martinsville's not my cup of tea. You got to be real patient there, and patience don't last very long.
Well, it seemed like a lot of the cars were pretty much on top of each other out there tonight. Do you think it's the package here at Kansas, and maybe we won't see as much of that next week at Martinsville?
Yeah, you're probably right. It's the package is a little bit different, but I don't know. It's 1 week at a time, I believe.
Well, I hear you, bud. Well, congratulations once again walking away with third. That's going to go a long way to help you in the points. You are sitting ninth before tonight's race. A few of the drivers in front of you had some big blows dealt to them tonight, so should be able to gain some points, and that's a good thing with no chase. But congratulations once again in your third place before we let you go. And dread Martinsville. Would you like to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous, I do's to anybody out there watching?
Hey, I just gonna give a shout out to y'all up there in the booth for putting this on and broadcasting. And but now moving on to next week. We missed last week, so we took a little hit in the points. I think we can maybe come back from it.
All right, bud. Well, we will look forward to talking to you next week at Martinsville.
Thank you, sir.
There you have it. That was your third place finisher, the 01 of Gordon Larson Jr. Happy, but not too happy with the race here tonight. Sounds like for him, missing last week, tough track for him coming up next week. Just looking to try to survive and just get as many points as he can. As I stated already, no chase in this 946 Designs Open Cup Series presented to you by Next Gen Racing on iRacing.com. And looks like we had a chance to catch up with a member or owner in the 946 Designs and that is that 9 machine of Travis Smith. Travis, my man, what's happening, Captain?
Not much, man. What's going on?
Same old stuff. Same old stuff. Jinxing drivers, talking about them, and then watching them die.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah, never fails. Never, ever fails. Anyways, man, how was your race?
Crazy. See, we started off, got in a crash there early, beat the sheet metal out, got her tore up again, beat on it some more. I think made about 37 pit stops tonight, and somehow walked out of here with a 6.
Well, I do know your pit crew, and they are getting the Iron Man award. Wasn't quite 31, but it was 13. They beat and banged on that thing all night long. Beat the sheet metal out of it.
Yeah, I made a last second adjustment there after practice with the right front, with the springs and the Packers and stuff. It didn't like it. I was way off. Just kind of riding around there. Some guys got together in the back early on. Wasn't nobody's fault. Just racetrack was really slick. Everybody was trying to move up. We was all running the same line there and got together, and just a chain reaction deal. Second one, I don't know what happened. It happened up in front of me there, and I couldn't get on the brakes in time. Just nicked the 28 of Kendall with the left front. So, yeah, I got both sides of it pretty good.
All right, man. Well, I mean, you walked away with a 6th place tonight, running 6th in the points right now. A lot of the drivers that are in front of you finished behind you, so might make up a little bit of ground on them. But what are your thoughts looking into? I hate the place. I love watching it, but I hate being. Oh man. Anyways, Martinsville, man. What do you think's gonna happen next week at Martinsville? What are your thoughts on that paperclip?
Pretty much got a lot of practice in tonight for what's going to be next week. Just beating on it, trying to work out, get the damage down so you can compete without blowing up. Keep the nose on it. You said it. It's paperclip. A lot of cautions. You know, I hate the place too. I don't really look forward to going there, but I've ran really good there. Dreading going there and then end up with a win. I've won a couple of races there, led a bunch of laps. So I don't look forward to it, but at the same time, I do, if it makes any sense.
Yeah, kind of like Talladega. You know, everybody hates it, but some of us love it, and even though we love it, we still hate it. Or 2 + 1 is 5, or something like that. I can't remember. Not impressed. But go ahead and impress us. Give us a real shout out. Thank yous to everybody out there that's watching you or will watch you.
Big shout out to 946 Designs. I don't know if you can get an in-car camera shot right quick, but 946 Designs starting a new thing with these gear shift knobs here. I'm running one tonight. It's new, trying it out. Getting ready to start making some more of them. Cool designs I can put on there for you. Shout out to Haywood Elite. See Next Gen Productions, everything you do for us there. And everybody that steps up and helps in the league, Justin Walters, Mason Dixon Motorsports, for some really fast race cars. I just can't keep them out of trouble here lately.
All right, man, Travis. Well, good job. I'm gonna go high five your pit crew. I don't know about you. I might, you don't get no sprinkles, that's for sure. But we'll catch up with you next week, bud.
10-4, see you, man.
There you have it. That was the driver of the 9 machine, Travis Smith, slotting in 6th position here for tonight's Yellow Brick Road 180 at Kansas Speedway for the 946 Designs Open Cup Series race number 8, presented to you by Next Gen Racing on iRacing.com, the world's #1 racing simulator. And that's about it for us up here in the booth. Not much left to do except give you your race results, and here is the rundown. First time race winner, the 40 of Charles Woods. Second position, the 96 of Alan Westman, Gordon Larson Jr. in third. Jeffrey Hollinsworth in the 079 in fourth. And fifth position, the 43 of Craig Lehrman. Sixth position, the 9 of Travis Smith. And in seventh, the 20 of Ron Holyfield. Eighth position goes to the 99 of Eric Blunt, while Brian Mescal Jr. slots in ninth. 10th position goes to the 28 of Kendall Levron. Rick Reinert in the 19 in 11th. 12th position, the 00 of Roy Hyde, your season points leader. And in 13th, the 92 of Christopher Matthews. 14th position, the 98 of Thomas Light. And rounding out your top 15, one lap down on the field, the 57, Damon the Unicorn Cox. 16th position, the 4 of Matthew McMeekin. 17th, the 80 of Brian Littleton. 18th, the 072 of Jeffrey Vandervoort. The 08 of David Smith Jr. And 19th. 20th goes to the 22 of Cody Terry. The 14 of Corey Walters. And 21st. 22nd position goes to the 05 of Brian Britt Tyler Ashley. And the 83 in 23rd. 24th position was the 113 of Casey Flegel. And that, my friends, that's all. That's all she wrote. Crazy action out there for us on track here at the Kansas Speedway. Oh my goodness. Woo. Don't know where that one came from for here at Kansas Speedway. Race number 8 in the books. 7 points races, and we have now had 7 different race winners. Next week, we head off into Martinsville. Half-mile paper-clip track. Short track racing at its finest. Will we see more beating and banging? Will a caution fly multiple times, or will we be surprised as we were at Talladega going flag to flag? We will have to wait to find out. We will bring you all of that great racing action next week. And man, that's it. That's all. Yeah, that's all. There ain't nothing left to do except roll up the cords, pack it in, head to Martinsville. I'd like to thank everybody for joining us all night long, liking, subscribing, clicking the bell, all that great stuff. Letting these drivers know you appreciate and like the stuff that you see out on track and what you see and hear from me up in the booth. My name is David Worrell for Next Gen Racing Productions. Join us Saturday afternoon for some Formula I action when they hit the great racing facility at Monza. And until then, well, we'll see you later.